What's good, my great smelling dudes? I forgot to do a countdown. That's why I wasn't looking at the camera right away. But hopefully you guys are doing well. I don't know why I forgot to do the countdown. I think it's because my daughter just spilled Kool-Aid on the floor and I was cleaning that up for the last like 5-10 minutes. Anyway, welcome back to the live stream. I didn't do one for the last, I don't know, was it 2 weeks? I've been working 50 to 60 hour weeks, so the last thing I want to do is a live stream on top of posting content. But today, my scent of the day was a layering combination that I'm going to be talking about in a little bit. But earlier today, I did wear Mango Thai Lime by Joe Loves, which is like, picture a tropical fragrance, but spicy. It has like a, let me see if I can get it. Where the hell is it? It's back here somewhere. And that's Wulong Cha. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I can't find it. I think I might have it in the other room with the Creed. But anyway, I was wearing Mango Thai Lime. It's basically a spicy black pepper tropical fragrance that has a really nice mango. Joe Loves is a sister company to Joe Malone. But let me know what your scent of the day is. Hopefully you guys are having a great week so far. It is the case of the Mondays, so a lot of you guys are probably just getting ready for the week. So anyway. What's going on, Gian? Hopefully you're having a great day, buddy. What's going on, Joel? Thanks for showing up, man. Today's scent of the day is Simone and Droly Tulum Junglescape. I could actually pronounce that one. Nice. Hopefully you're enjoying that. I just pre-ordered like 5 minutes ago, and I said I wasn't going to be buying any more fragrances, so I didn't tell you guys this because I haven't done a live in a couple weeks, but I'm done purchasing until fall. I do this every year. I get prepared for the fall because the fall is whenever my favorite fragrances are coming out. A lot of the fall and winter fragrances. Obviously, if there's a brand new release, I'm going to be getting that in. I have YSL Myself Absolute coming from Creator Deck. That should be here in like a week or two. And today we're going to be talking about my favorite fragrances, just in general. Right now, what are my five favorite fragrances, as well as my favorite layering combination? So we'll be talking about that, and I just posted my video if you guys want to go check it. My full review for the Creed's Oud Zarian. If you want to check that out, also Scent Rush right now has the only place you can get decants of that. There's only 15 left at the making of this live stream, and they're $12.50, and then you can use the code DUDE5 to get 5% off that, which is like 50 cents. But anyway, it helps. I just pre-ordered, what is it, day 3? I don't remember the name. I should know the name because I just ordered it, but it's a collaboration fragrance, and it has the three main notes are juniper, green tea, and rainwater. It's like something that's supposed to smell like rainwater. And I'm really excited because I like tea fragrances, and I'm going to have Michael, the perfumer of day 3, on my live stream once I get that in. So look forward to that. Don't forget, everybody, hit that like. Smash that like. I appreciate all of you guys. I've been actually watching, surprisingly, a lot of TikTok live streams. I've been trying to get into that community more. It's so bad. I don't even know what to do over there. I'm trying to like make friends on TikTok and see if I can do lives every once in a while. It's just that TikTok doesn't pay you. TikTok is a bunch of kids that don't know much about anything. They talk about a bunch of fragrances, even though I did find one fragrance, and I just bought it, that they talk about all the time over there. Some of you guys might know it. It is House of Cards, Game of Spades, or something like that. No, Game of Spades Full House. That's what it is. And it's a Imagination clone, but it's like a smell like with an inspired by twist. And honestly, I think that that fragrance makes Imagination a moot point. It is so good that I had to go buy the bottle. So if you haven't tried Game of Spades Full House, which is hyped up just like Michael Malone over on TikTok like crazy, definitely try out Game of Spades Full House. It's like 40 bucks. It's a really, really good scent. I had to push back my live. Yep. What's going on, traffic? Hopefully you're doing well. Scent of the day. No scent of the day. Very interesting. But I wore Prada L'Homme Intense to work last night. That stuff is good. I knew what you were saying. It is really good. Prada L'Homme Intense is really nice. The whole lot, Prada L'Homme is great. Water Splash is nice. Prada L'Homme Low is really nice. And then you got the Intense, which is just the best of all of them. What's going on, Barry? Hopefully you're having a great day. Scent of the day is M. Michelob GN Tonic. I like that fragrance. I just didn't love it. It didn't spark joy for me, so I ended up trading it away in that massive $4,000 trade that I did. Welcome to Mo's. What's going on, Mo? Hopefully you're having a great day. Get on your knees, dude, and clean the Kool-Aid. Fuck you, dude. I need to look up that name of that Day 3 fragrance. Desert Rain. It's called Desert Rain. That's the fragrance that I'm getting. What's going on, Kevin from Lakeland, Florida? What's up, Sonder? Hopefully you're having a great day, bud. I'm trying to get to Mike's comment, but it won't let me click on it. What's going on, Mike? Go follow Mike over at Fragrance Fraternity if you haven't already. I need to get him on my live. Mike, we got to talk. I haven't been doing lives much, but you are the next in line if you want to come back on the live and just chat. I mean, we don't have to send decans or anything. I mean, we've done that enough. I think that if there's one person outside of Jeff or Ross that I can bring on my channel that I know I can have a conversation with and it won't be awkward without decans, it's you. But if you want to do decans, we can do decans. I don't care either way. Hope you're well. What's going on, Sonder? Scent of the day. Oh, I already said what's up. Seraphim Musk. How do you like that one? I heard good and bad things. I didn't buy it because I knew it wouldn't be my style. So I already know that I won't like it personally. It's just not something that I look forward to. But I've heard good things from people who enjoy that type of fragrance. And I've also heard people have been selling theirs. So I don't know how you feel on it. Please let me know. Dedrick is going live in 20 minutes. Interesting. I haven't even seen Dedrick in forever. The last time I actually saw Dedrick on this platform was last year. We used to do lives all the time, but then that kind of just went by the wayside. Anyway. What's going on, Bo? Hopefully you're having a good day. Mont Blanc Starwalker. Nice. Starwalker is really nice. It's a really nice fragrance to wear in the rain. And if you haven't tried Starwalker Extreme, that came out for a very limited time. Sold at Marshall's and TJ Maxx only. It's kind of like a more fruity version of the original Starwalker. I really enjoy that stuff. I love Starwalker in the rain, but Starwalker Extreme is even better. I always like the name, A Horse Running. Scent of the day is Ingenious Ginger. I almost put that on this list. Ingenious Ginger almost made my top 5 right now. I was going to do that one, but I ended up already doing 2 runners up and then my top 5. So I did end up finding a bottle after that brief disappearance. It was disappeared. If anybody saw it, Ingenious Ginger disappeared for a while. It's because in Australia, they're redoing certain borders, and on the bottle of Ingenious, on the bottle of Ingenious, don't pick up the bottle from the cap of Ingenious Ginger. On the bottle it says Atherton Tropical Australia, but now it's Atherton Tropical Badlands or something like that, and it's basically like saying they are now in this bigger area instead of this smaller area. And they had to redo all of the bottles to put that wording on all of them. And so that's why it was harder to find Ingenious Ginger. But it should be coming back full force soon. But also because it's coming from Australia. And Australia, the import-export there is terrible. If you don't know that, my mom just went to Australia and they were advertising the Most Wanted. This was last year, 2024. They were advertising the Black Most Wanted as a brand new release. That they don't get in fragrances very often. And so to try to get Goldfield and Banks shipped across the country is probably really hard for them. But anyway, great choice. Long story short. What's going on, Junior? Scent of the day is JTC Commandante. Speaking of Junior, he is a member of my channel. He is a niche member, I believe, of the channel. If you guys have ever seen my memberships, you don't have to be a part of them if you don't want to. Once we get to 10 designer dudes, we're going to be doing a designer fragrance giveaway just to the people that are those members. You don't have to enter. You'll automatically be entered. Once we get 10, I think we have 4 now. Once we get 10 designer dudes, then we'll do a designer giveaway a month. Once we get 10 niche dudes, which I believe is $14.99 a month, we will do a niche giveaway a month. So if you guys are ever interested, you have to be on a computer and then go to my channel and then sign up, or you have to go to a desktop website. But yeah, fuck off, Mo. What's up, man? Scent of the day is bond number 9, Greenwich Village. I never really cared about Greenwich Village. I got it in. There's a lot of hype built around it. It's nice. It's just I wouldn't spend the $200+ on it. But with that said, if I had a bottle in front of me, or if I got my Venba gift card like every 3 months, and that's something that was on there for a good price, I might use it. It's just Bond doesn't. They're very hit or miss. I used to think that Bond was great because the first 2 fragrances I tried by them were New Harlem, which is my favorite Bond, and Scent of Peace. And those 2 fragrances to me still are, at least of the ones I've tried, their best. Like there was all this hype around Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street is a very situational fragrance and it's not for everybody. And I am one of those people that doesn't like it at all. I absolutely despise Bleecker Street. Oh man, I got the day 3 discovery set and the house is fantastic. They are great. The only one I don't like is Say Less. It's the only one I don't like. It's because it's Florentine Iris. Never been a big fan of Florentine Iris, so Say Less. Appreciate you, dude. We'll chat, link up soon. Absolutely, Mike. Seraphim Musk is good, but it's more for the fall, in my opinion. I've heard that too. But also, I haven't been watching too much content lately. Evening all, cocktails and catamarans. That one's good. Good choice. Very, very good choice. I just tried that one like a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, day 3 doesn't ship to my address. Damn. You find somebody who will ship to Canada and then just order day 3. Or hopefully it'll come, they'll get big enough and they'll come on one of your sites that you can order from. Doesn't Venba ship to Canada? Because I know Venba, olfactory, they used to ship to Canada. So maybe check those ones out. Because they sell day 3. But if you're talking about the pre-order, then I get it. Speaking of pre-order, Joel, I think you already heard this, but I tried to pre-order Kajal Colada like a month and a half ago. Me and Joel were really excited. We both pre-ordered it. Something went wrong with Joel's, then something went wrong with mine. And I honestly, my wife ordered it. The USPS lost it. The order fell through. And then I was just like, I'm not buying it anymore until I hear really good things, which I actually haven't heard good things about it. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise. If it does turn out that it is a great fragrance, if anybody has tried Kajal Colada, let me know in the chat because it does sound like a good fragrance. The name, Pina Colada, I mean, that's what you would think it would smell like. And so let me know if anybody's tried it and what you think of it. But so far, I've heard mixed things about that $250 fragrance. So maybe it's a blessing in disguise. We shall see. Scent Rush has top-notch customer service. You want to know what's crazy, Junior, is Scent Rush is 3 people. It is Joey, who is a business owner that has about 3 or 4 businesses as well as multiple upon multiple properties. His son, who just doesn't know much about outside of just liking fragrances. He was just like, let's just create a site. And so his son just went through and made a website. And so they have those 2. And then they hired one girl 3-4 weeks ago. And yet they get everything shipped out. They're getting a ton of orders in. They add gummy bears to everything, every order. It's crazy how well they do for only having 3 people. And it's crazy to see where they come because whenever I joined to be a partner with them, not a partner, but I don't have an affiliate with them. I don't get paid by them. The only thing is me and Joey kind of have this unspoken thing. Whatever you need, dude, just ask me for it. I'll send it to you. Like I said, I wanted Venom Incarnate. He sent me Venom Incarnate. It's just whatever you need, dude, I'll send it to you, whatever. And he didn't have it. I remember when I met him, he was like, yeah, I'm mostly posting on Facebook, getting some orders here or there. Site's not doing too well. I said, you know what? I like helping out small businesses. Let me just start posting. I'll put your links in all my descriptions. He said his sales went up like 250% and haven't went down since then. So I was like, I mean, that's great. Fantastic. But yeah, they're really nice people though. Like I talk to Joey on the phone at least once a week. He just got back from vacation. New Harlem is fantastic. What banana bread? What banana bread are we talking about? I want a banana bread fragrance. All right, so talking to Mo. From Bond, I'm digging New York Nights a lot. Just not on, so I guess, is that the one that smells like banana bread? New Harlem is one of my favorites. I really wish that I would have bought New Harlem when they had the anniversary cap. It's like, it has like big things, like it looks like a big fireworks coming out of the cap. I didn't realize that existed until I was watching, looking on an old factory and I saw it. So maybe when I run out of my bottle of New Harlem in 4 years, I'll get the anniversary cap. But yeah, it's just a pretty cool cap. If you guys ever buy New Harlem, you don't have to pay anything extra. It's like $149 for the bottle and you get the anniversary cap, which looks really, really cool. What's going on, Grim? Hopefully you're having a good day, man. Grim was the last one on my last live stream. I haven't done a live stream since. What's going on, Blaine? Send of the day is PDM Layton. Isn't it a little hot? I'm guessing it's cold where you live, unless you just don't give a shit. Because Layton is a rough one to wear in the heat. And right now it's like 94 degrees outside. So I know it's not the same everywhere. So hopefully you live in Canada, Maine, or you just don't care. But hopefully you're having a good day, Blaine. What's good? What's good, Newt? Send of the day is Zahara Citrine. I need to wear that. I need to wear that and Coca Loca this week. That's what I'm going to do. I haven't really got around to my Zaharas much lately. I don't know why. I just haven't. So I'm going to wear Citrine and Coca Loca this week. I'll forget. If you had to pick one, Kajal, Icon, or Lamar, I would go with Icon. I think Icon is a very beautiful, but also it's familiar if you've tried the other fragrances compared to it. Summer Hammer, God of Fire. It has something different, and to me, it's the best of those three. But Kajal Lamar, it's nice. It was just too much of that kind of jam. Was it? Yeah, too much of that jammy rose. While I loved the other half of the fragrance, it was just that jammy rose. While I still like the fragrance, I would prefer Kajal Icon because I've just never been a big fan of rose. I've been getting more and more into it. I mean, I got that Rose Solar Floor from day 3. That one was really good. I got Halfeti Black Rose from Zaharoff. That one was really good. I didn't wear it that much, but my wife just, I mean, she's allergic to a lot of rose oils, which means she just doesn't like rose. Good call on Limonada. You were right. Smells just like porthole. I saw your comment the other day while I was driving, and I didn't want to respond to it while I was driving. So, yeah, I did see your comment. It is very, very close. The dry down of porthole, yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. That means that those are on my list. But I need to get to the bottom of this chat. So if I skip any of your comments, I apologize. You can type them again, just don't spam it. What are your favorites from Kajal? I got Icon and wanted to try Ruby and Colada. I have tried Icon. I've tried Kajal Ohm. Kajal Lamar. And Kajal, was it 2? With that said, why is an Android device just connected to my Wi-Fi and nobody in my house has an Android? That makes absolutely no sense. Someone's trying to hack my damn Wi-Fi. Anyway, I haven't tried like that many, but of the ones that I've tried, my favorites were Ohm and Kajal Icon. I really want to try Kajal Colada though. I just had issues with it, so I'm probably just going to wait for it to come on discounters. Scent of the day, what's going on, Dontarius? Layered Jean-Paul Gaultier Paradise Garden with Polo 60s. That's an interesting layer. Interesting layer. You got your blue aromatic scent, and then you got your Paradise Garden, which is your syrupy, sweet green scent. That's an interesting layer. How did it work out? Very interesting. Blessing in disguise. Yep. I'm hoping you're right. I'm hoping you're right. I was wondering about the gummy bears. Yeah, it was just something that he decided that, hey, I'm going to throw some Haribo gummy bears in with all of my orders. And it just turned out that what they kept doing. Icon for summer, spring, Sauvage for fall and winter. Yeah, I agree. Icon for summer, spring. I haven't tried the other one, but now I might have to. Scent of the day is Creed Arulfa. What's going on, Jason? How you doing, man? New York Nights is banana bread opening with caramel and woods. Now I need to try New York Nights. Somebody was talking about that the other day, and I thought I had tried that before, but I guess I haven't because I never tried banana bread. I have never tried a fragrance that smelled like banana or banana bread, and that smells delectable. Inside, Eric did. I thought about that after I was saying that. Blaine, I was like, he's probably just inside all day. Who gives a shit? But yeah, don't mind me. Damn, now I feel I was bad luck. Not much hate for. No, you weren't bad luck, Grim. I had to work like 55 to 60-hour weeks the last 2 weeks. So I almost did a live last week, but I had just got done making homemade General Tso's chicken, and it was like 6:58. I was like, do I want to set up the whole live, set up everything, type it all in, make the thumbnail, and do that all within a half hour? You know what? I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to play some 007 and go to sleep. That's what I did. Aloha to all the chat peeps. Nice. I don't know why I said it like that. Hey, Randy, everybody, scent of the day, Prada L'Homme in the office. That's great. Probably the best office scent you can have. I mean, someone is going to argue with me on that, but it really is. It's truly just a very good office scent. Arulfa is the GOAT. You know what? I have been told by a lot of people that Arulfa and Himalaya were the hidden gems of all Creed. And I actually really liked Himalaya, and I love Arulfa. But I got in Himalaya, and I put it on. I was like, ooh, this is nice. My wife is like, that is freaking disgusting. Do not wear that around me ever. I was like, damn it. I was just about to buy that. That was like my next on the list was Himalaya. But I got to make the wife happy. And honestly, I'm not buying personal enjoyment scents just so I can enjoy them when I have as many as I have. This is one of 2 shelves, and each shelf holds around, or each shelving unit holds around 400 fragrances. The other one's about half full right now. So I would say between 600. And I don't need personal enjoyment scents anymore. Cubs versus Tigers World Series. I only follow the Red Sox and only very seldom. I'm more into every other sport. I'm literally into every other sport besides baseball. And I live in Pittsburgh. The Pirates, I'm a Red Sox fan because I grew up in Boston. But as far as the Pirates, it's hard to like them. I mean, it's easy to like them when you go to the game and you're paying $5 a seat for infinite nachos, but it's terribly ran team. Arulfa and Himalaya are 2 creeds I'd like to try someday. The ones that I always wanted to try were Spice and Wood and Royal Oud, and then Newt sent them to me, and I loved both of them. Royal Oud is fantastic. If you haven't tried it, it's not oud. It doesn't smell like funky animalic oud. It's so good. If you ever have a fragrance that you want to try, you should try from Creed. Creed's Royal Oud. That is something that the name just doesn't spell it out. It's spicy, warm, woody. It's such a good scent. Such a good scent. Scent of the day is God of Fire. Nice. There we go. I was going to get, you want to know what's funny, guys? Somebody the other day in a TikTok live stream was talking about the snake line from Stephanie. I was like, what's the snake line? They were like, the ones with the snake on the bottle. I was like, I don't know which ones you're talking about. And I have both of these bottles back there, and they were like, oh, like the God of Fire, Venom Incarnate. I was like, there's a snake on those bottles? I just thought that these were gems. I never paid attention to that's a snake. And I know all of you guys are like, are you kidding me? It looks just like a snake. I just never looked at it like that. I just always looked at it like it was gems. So when I figured out that there was a snake line, I was like, that's cool. But I'm not buying God of Fire because God of Fire, something about it just, it doesn't do it for me. Wait, you mean like GoldenEye 64? A horse running, you are correct. I play GoldenEye. Right now, I am on my final, I'm on Double O Agent, which is the hardest difficulty. I have beat every single cheat at this point in time except for Train. I am right now on Train, and I'm trying to get 5 minutes and 5 seconds, and I just about did it before the live stream, but I shot Natalia and killed her with one bullet. Shot her right in the head. And I was like, that sucks. And I did it in like 4 minutes and 50 seconds, and I would have won, but I didn't. Sample Blue Talisman for another solid fragrance. It is super solid. Grim has since sent me here, just subbed. Thank you, Grim. What's up, Stanford? Hopefully you're having a great day, man. I think my favorite Creed that I've smelled is Original Vetiver, hoping to make that my first official Creed purchase someday. Well, John Michael Vernon, if you would like to either trade or buy mine, feel free to do that, because I got it in my trade and I thought to myself, I like the fragrance a lot. I will never wear it because my wife doesn't like it. So if you would like to trade or buy mine, message me on Instagram or email me at FragranceDoud@gmail.com. Randy, do you own? Yes, I do. Will you be able to do a comparison with the 2025 version? Is it like a new version? I didn't know there was a new version. I have a 2022 bottle. I bought mine in 2022, so yes. It's back there somewhere. I don't want to knock everything over. And then I also found out from last night I was on a live on TikTok and with the moderator of Aventus Addicts and the Aventus Lounge, and he's sending one of my buddies apparently the best batch of virgin island water ever to decant, and I can't wait to see. Is it going to be different? I have no idea. I didn't know there were batch issues with Virgin Island water. But traffic, if you would like me to, I am going out to Nordstrom's next week. I will try out the 2025 version while I'm there, and I will get a decant and I'll bring it home and I'll do a video for you if that is what you would like. I've been meaning to try Royal Oud for sure. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a really good one. That's the one that I got right here. Is Virgin Island water behind that? It is! Wow, look at that. Yeah. So this is the one I got. Virgin Island water. Such a good scent. Such a freaking good scent. But Royal Oud, I got this not long ago because I was testing out from... this could have made this list easy. Oh my god, this stuff is so freaking good. It's like luxury. It's luxury in a bottle. It literally makes you just smell like money. And I know people say that with a lot of videos. I've never said that before. This one makes you smell like money. It does. It's high end. The oud, it just smells like this effervescent dark woodiness. And it's such a good scent. Yeah, business dinners is a good place to wear it. Absolutely. Never noticed that, but now I see it. I don't know what that was to. Randy, you make me nervous every time you reach back for your friend. So do I. I make myself so fucking nervous, Newt. Sometimes I will not reach up there ever again. I will not reach up to my my sense of wood and stuff, just because if you can look, I actually moved all my heavy Zaharoffs back, because if I didn't, they would have hit me in the head again. Rip Natalia. At least I know I'm closer to the end of the chat. You're the man. I remember doing that sheet unlock around way back in the day. The one that I thought was going to be the hardest horse running was Facility. It's that one that you literally have to guide Natalia around and you can't shoot your gun or else you alert all the guards. And I thought I was not going to be able to do that sheet forever, but I got that one done like that. And then there was another one that you have to literally get through the whole level in 2 minutes, and then you have to blow up these things without killing Trevelyan. And I did that one on my second try, which I was like, are you kidding? Rip Natalia. Yep. What do you think of Bois Imperial? Is it good? That was one of the ones that I accidentally grabbed when I was looking for mango Thai lime. Bois Imperial is fantastic. It's not for everybody though. This is, some people say this smells like motor oil, and I can actually see that. I can see that for people who don't like those real masculine scents. That's what this one comes off. It does. It smells like if you just took Castly and you removed the citrus and the soapy tones. This is what that smells like. It is almost 97% timber and Akigala wood, spice and woods, and darker woods, masculine spices. That is what it is. Um, it's fresh, clean, and it's another one of those business dinner scents. It's just not something I can wear every day. And it's also something I like having in my collection, but I'll probably wear it once a year. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't know if what your type of scent is, but if you like the more masculine leather jacket scents, that might be something for you. Especially if you like the undertone of Castly, then that would be one for you. Royal Oud is all about photorealistic cedar. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is the oud isn't really even there. And I always, whenever I smelled like Royal Oud, I would have thought the oud would be strong. Oud, uh, what the hell's the name? Creed Oud. Yeah, I just I have a bottle out there. It's no way. I can't think of the Creed name. I just got the bottle in. Creed Oud Zarian. Creed Oud Zarian. It doesn't smell like oud. They said 80-year-old aged oud. So a lot of people are making oud out to be this funky, stinky, animalic woodiness, but usually if you get a high-end oud, that doesn't really exist. It's the style of oud you're using, but at the same time, this oud, it just smells like a dark woody tone. That's it. Which is a smooth oud. But you would think that Royal Oud would be mostly oud, but no, it's a lot more cedar than it is oud. You are correct. Jesus Christ. What's up, man? How you doing? That's for Mike. The only bargaining chips. I mean, I'm willing to hear you out, but you didn't really put anything there. The only bargaining chips are I. Okay. Control on Double O Agent is the stuff of nightmares. I haven't got there yet. Again, I'm still on train, but I did all of the time things, and I don't believe Control was a time thing on Double O Agent. And if it was, then I have already done that because I'm on the last cheat. I've been doing train for almost a month. Not even kidding. Every single time I try, I kill Natalia, or if you're playing on the Switch, when you were playing on N64, if you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, but you have a watch laser, and on N64, it's very easy. When you go to, and it kneels down, you can get around the whole thing very easy. But on the Switch, when you go and it goes down, while you're doing it, it lifts you back up. And so I killed the right people, and all I needed to do was take the watch laser and get the floor taken out, and I was out of bullets, and I couldn't do it because the Switch messed me up. That was the only time, and I'm so pissed. But I play in like spurts of 30 minutes, so that's about it. My Costa Azura didn't make it today. Shaking my head. I hate when that happens. When you're really excited about a fragrance, it says it's going to be there today, and then FedEx is like, psych. Nope. We'll be there on Thursday, actually. And a sealed 2013 batch of Dior Homme EDT. I'm willing to trade for really anything, John Michael Vernon. So, JMV, I'm just going to call you that, John. Just message me. I don't really want to talk about it in here because then a lot of people start getting antsy in their pantsy about what I'll trade for. I mean, I just did a really good trade. So, like, I just traded Versace, Versace Man Eau Fraiche Extreme for Mind Games French Defense. So, with that trade, I'm fine losing on a trade a little bit. I honestly don't care. Robbie, yeah, the Aventic Addicts admin is awesome. He has his own channel now, Shrey, on TikTok. It's called Aventus Snob. So if you want to go check him out, he's on there now. Oh yeah, Moo, I forgot. You excited for that summer version of Angel Share? I'm excited for it, and apparently it's not coming out until the fall. Traffic, from what I'm understanding, is that just like whenever they talked about Angel Share Paradis, they announced that last November, and then it came out this year in like February or March. So I'm hearing that the new Angel Share won't be out until fall. I'm hoping to get it early though. I was referring to the snake head on the bottle. Oh yeah, yeah. It's funny. I had no idea. Hey, how are you? Mitra et le parfum. How are you? Hopefully you're having a great day. I have to have money first to know what it smells like. Yep. Well, you can always try before you buy. Thank you for being so kind, Newt. Hit the like, please, and thank you. It is totally taking me back. I also, if you go on the Switch, it's $49.99 for the year. You get every single N64 game that was popular. I have Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Star Fox, 007, Smash Brothers. It's all on there. Randy, you should do a full comparison video of the Fruity DNA Summer Fragrances Porthole God of Fire 1907, my personal favorite. I did one already, Shrey. Not that in depth, but I did one for Porthole, Limonada, and a couple other ones. But I did a top 10 tropical fragrances one too. But I will do a comparison of tropical fragrances. But I do have to say, I got to get into this list before like I forget that I'm even doing a list. First, I want to tell you guys my favorite layering combination of all time. And so I was between two, and that is Wanted by Night and Most Wanted. Those ones pair so well, it's not even funny. There's also Baccarat Rouge underneath Aventus or Aventus Cologne, which goes really well. My favorite layering combination of all time is Spice Bomb Infrared Eau de Parfum, the Eau de Parfum, underneath either the original Boss Bottled or Boss Bottled Eau de Parfum Intense. Everybody always says, hey, Angel's Share smells like an apple pie. Or Parfums de Marly Wajon smells like an apple pie. I want to smell this. This smells like an apple pie. Thing is Angel Share doesn't have apple. Thing is that Parfums de Marly Wajon doesn't have apple, and it has Oriental spices. So none of them actually smell like an apple pie. But when you get Boss Bottled Eau de Parfum Intense, which is a warm, appley fragrance, the one thing it's missing to make it actually smell like an apple pie is that heavy dose of cinnamon and benzoin, which this brings. So if you want to actually smell like a warm, spicy apple pie, mix these two together. You put 1 to 1, this one next to this one, or this one with this one on top of it. About 6 sprays each, 5 sprays each will do too. And it comes off as a delectable warm apple pie. It is by far, and it's not even close, my favorite layering combination. And I would say outside of one of these fragrances, it is my most complimented fragrance of all time. That layering combination has every single time I wear it. It doesn't matter because those fragrances don't work in the summer usually, but it does just because it's so good. And so if you ever want to try and you have just the original Boss Bottled and Spice Bomb Infrared, or the infrared, that's the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Parfum, if you have the Eau de Parfum, that will work too. It's just you're not going to get the heavy dose of cinnamon and fruits, but that's the best layering combination if you're looking for a warm apple pie. What's going on, Kenneth? 7 days on Wash Beach Hut. Man, you smell like an herbaceous, and I don't know why they call it beach hut. It's not woody at all. It's more just like, I don't know, a beach hut if it was covered in a ton of herbs and vines. Very minty, fresh, clean, green, herby. And it's one of my favorite homages, actually, even though it sounded like I was hating on it. Anyone in the chat got their nose on the new Bob Marley fragrances? I have not. I have never tried a Bob Marley fragrance in my life, even though I've seen them a ton. I love Bois Imperial. I didn't think it would be a crowd pleaser, but I always get really good compliments out of it. It must work for your skin a lot because I know a lot of people around me don't like Bois Imperial on me. They think it just smells, like I said, almost like motor oil-ish. My brother was actually the first one to say that to me. Then my wife kind of agreed with him. Um, but those type of darker, spicy, warmer scents, or darker, spicy scents, they kind of work better on your skin, it seems, because every time we disagree, it's usually around those style of fragrances. But I like it personally. I'm just saying as far as compliments go. Hit them likes, y'all. I appreciate it. Must be on the work computers. What's that? Oh, y'all must be on the work. Yeah. You gotta hit that like because there's no. I can't even see how many likes we have. But if you guys can hit that like, it takes 2 seconds. I don't know what it actually does, but it looks good. So if you want to hit the like to make it look good, I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure it just gets more people to come here, but I'm happy with 46 people. I appreciate you. Sports fan. Oh, alrighty. I like Bois Imperial, but I already have Ganymede. Yeah, very similar. Same with Castley as well. Tamine carved oud is that good. I like carved oud as well. That is a good night. That's a nice one. My favorite oud fragrance is the Moon by Frederick Malle. I need to get more Frederick Malle. I went through a bunch of my fragrance decants I have, and I found Portrait of a Lady, and I knew that's one of Mo's favorite fragrances, and I tried it, and I was like, okay, I like it. And I didn't even know I had it. I didn't know I had that. Yeah, 80-year aged oud, Accord, and Fine Prints. Yeah, I don't understand. It's like, what did they do? Go find some guy, like, who just happens to have 80-year aged oud? I don't know. Because, I mean, it's not like Creed did it, because Creed hasn't been around for 80 years. And so it's just like, what? That's a marketing ploy if I haven't seen one. Yeah, I'm a Randy support. Okay, let me see if my brain is just fuzzy. Yeah, I'm a Randy support, or even if he denies me. Okay, moving on. You heard here, N64 clearly a superior system to the Switch. I actually agree. They have better games, even though Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are phenomenal, and The Witcher 3 is phenomenal. Past that, I don't play anything. I play N64 Sega games. My favorite 2 systems of all time are the N64 and the PlayStation 2. With Twisted Metal, favorite game of all time right there. Twisted Metal 2. Such a good game. Actually, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are probably my favorite game of all time, but I mean, Twisted Metal 2, Crash Bandicoot, I mean, you can't go wrong with those. I mean, SNES, NES, Sega, I mean, I remember sitting there with my Nipper and Chipper dogs. You guys remember those big-ass RCA TVs that came with those 2 dogs? It was one small and one big, and it was like they were like the thing on the commercial. And they were like, one was a white big dog with a spot, and the other one was a small, like, puppy. And well, we had 2 stuffed animals sitting next to our TV, and I would always put them next to me and put my arms around them and then play my game. Like, I was a little kid in middle school in the 90s. Angel Share On the Rocks should be out in September. Yeah, I heard it was late September, early October, which would be fall. What's good, Hamzat? Hopefully you're doing great. Oh, you got Hypnotizing Fire Parfum. Nice. That's one that I still have yet to try. Scent of the day is Tumultu by Liquid Imaginaires. I haven't tried that one either. Glad you're here, Hamzat. Or should I say Rob? I'm excited for that one, Stan. Okay. According to my source, Angel Share on the Rock should be out in September. Yeah. Late, I mean, that's fall, right? Sports fan, okay, you're talking about it. Let's get into my list. So I have 2 runners up here, and I also have one that's a twofer, just because they're so close that I can't pick. They're the same style of DNA, so it doesn't really matter. But my two runners up are Chanel's Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. I also could have picked Edition Blanche. It doesn't really matter to me. They go together. It's like, which one do I want to wear that day? To me, this is the most versatile fragrance of all time. There are select few people that don't like the Eau Extreme, but you're going to be hard pressed to find someone who really doesn't like this fragrance. It's gold. It doesn't last forever. It's like 4 to 5 hours, but while it's there, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. And the other one is Azzaro's The Most Wanted, which if you would have asked me at this time last year, this would have been my number one on my list. But I have tried a lot of niche fragrances since then. And ever since that, I would still say this probably gets the most compliments from my wife outside of Wanted by Night. But there's just so many fragrances I had to put on this list that this one didn't quite cut the chit for the top 5. Number 5. I need to get this out of here. Number 5 on my list would have to go to these two. This is Narcotica Limonata and Lamari Porthole. This is the twofer that I was talking about. They both tie at number 5 just because their DNAs are so similar. It's the only differences between these is in the opening. This one is a little bit heavier on the mango, while this one's a little bit heavier on the passion fruit. Both of them have that passion fruit mango mixture. It's just which one do you like better. As far as the bottle, this one is much nicer of a bottle, much more hefty, has a better atomizer, everything. And then when you get to the dry down, this one has the better dry down because it brings in a little bit of caramel and salt, which, I mean, if you add caramel and salt to a fragrance, and then you have this one that's just mostly the opening, just a bit more musky and a little more creamier. I would say they're still very close, and I'm nitpicking at saying what they smell like and how different they are because they're like 90% the same. It's just, I can't pick and choose. This one has the better opening, this one has the better dry down. So I think that they're both great, and but they both are the only fragrances I've tried to date outside of Mango Thai Lime that has that passion fruit or mango, and it's a high quality version of it, not synthetic. But I haven't tried it, and I understand I haven't tried every fragrance out there, but these two are the best tropical fragrances, and they both top my top 5 list of fragrances on my list right now. I also could do a lot of discontinued fragrances like the Boss Bottled Eau de Parfum Intense. I could also do the 1 Million Privé, but I decided not to put. They've been far discontinued, so what's the point in putting them on my list? Going into number 4. Number 4 is going to go with Parfums de Marly Herod. This will always be in my top 5. It's my favorite tobacco scent. Some people find it, if you're like really into niche fragrances, they find Parfums de Marly of any kind to be just kind of junk. I don't. I absolutely think Parfums de Marly is still one of the best niche brands out there. This is one of the older batches that does last about 8 to 10 hours. So I'm still happy to have what's left of this bottle, which is probably about 20 milliliters. It's a warm, smooth, moist tobacco with this kind of like honey-like cinnamon woodiness underneath it. I absolutely love Herod. You can't really go wrong with having this in your collection for the fall and winter. It's just an absolutely beautiful scent, and I get compliments with that all the time. Going into the next one, and just an FYI, I have an idea, but I just tried it, and I have a feeling that number 1 on this list will be changing because I just tried out Soma Halcyon Oud. I tried that out. Newt sent it to me, and it smells so freaking good that if I can get a bottle for a decent price, I think that I might buy that instead, and put it at my number 1 instead of these ones, I mean. But with that said, going into my number 3. Number 3, even though this is discontinued, it was only recently discontinued. This is YSL Y Le Parfum. YSL Y Le Parfum. Um, it's just literally every single time I wear this, somebody says you smell good. My wife loves it. My daughter loves it. My whole family thinks it smells great. My brother has it now. My other brother has it now. My nephew has it, all because they smelled it on me and they wanted to know what I was wearing. If you haven't got a bottle of this, you can still find it on eBay for a very good price until you can't, which is going to be in about 6 months. But the black version, even though the new version is good, this is the best Y that has ever been released. It basically takes that YSL Y Eau de Parfum, it dials down the heavy sweetness, the heavy apple, and it makes it smoother. It makes it more for the night out. It makes it a little bit more masculine, and it adds that tonka and the dry down to just add a nice little bit of this powdery sweetness to it. But overall, absolutely fantastic. It's my favorite designer fragrance of all time. Always has been, always will be. Going into the last two. This one is my favorite fragrance to wear during the summer. It's my favorite fragrance to wear during the spring. I wear it all year round though, even though you probably shouldn't. It is Creed's Millesime Imperial. Creed's Millesime Imperial. I fell in love with it. I bought it 3 years ago, 4 years ago maybe. Right after I tried Milestone by Armoff, and I knew that I had to try the Real DNA. And when I tried the Real DNA, even though Milestone does do it nicely, this one, you have to sample it for yourself. It doesn't smell like really anything else out there that's mainstream. Salted melon, musky, absolutely beautiful. It smells like you're walking on a beach on a windy day with a salty sea breeze. It's just with a basket of melons. And it's absolutely fantastic. It's high end, it's luxurious. It's just and an absolutely amazing scent. And then going into the last one, again, this could be replaced by Halcyon Oud, but I've always mentioned, and I don't care what anybody says, this is my number one fragrance of all time, Killian Angel Share. I don't care how many clones are out there. I don't care how many smell-alikes are out there. There is only one Angel Share, and you can tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. This fragrance is a warm, boozy cinnamon bun drink that I could smell every single day for the rest of my life and just be content with having this. It just smells delectable. There is nothing I can find wrong with, and I am going to say it now. There's one fragrance in my collection that is a 10 out of 10, and that is this. Killian Angel Share is my first ever 10 out of 10 on my channel. It's just that good of a fragrance. And I know some people they're sick of that DNA, whatever. That's why I decided to not go after 50 clones of it, because I knew if I did that I might get sick of the DNA. But if you want a more grown up, more woody version of this, Halcyon Oud does that. It basically takes that Angel Share DNA. It's more, instead of the heavier sweetness and booziness, you get more of the rich, luxurious tone, as well as some more woods. And I absolutely love it. I like that kind of oak barrel smell that comes with this one, though. I really enjoy it. But those are my top 5 fragrances right now. And it is subject to change. Subject to change. Best layer is Prada Black and Le Male Le Parfum. That sounds great. I'm going to do that this fall. Remind me, Newt. Any intel on... so I am hearing rumors that there is a new Bleu de Chanel, whether it's the exclusive or the elixir. I'm not sure. But the same guy who announced the Super Leggera on Facebook last year, 5 months early, and announced the exact date it was coming out, and was right about it when everybody was telling him he was wrong. He just announced again that there was a new Bleu de Chanel coming, and it was coming on 8/11. So August 11th. I don't know. I've heard September, but from what I'm understanding is it's coming in the next month. So it's all rumors at this point in time. I can't confirm anything, but that's just what I'm hearing. SNES was great. I loved Mario Paint. Never heard of Mario Paint. Interesting. Yeah. Let me get down to... Got my first Nintendo in 1986, the year I was born. Had the power pad and everything. Nice. I had the power pad too, but I was a baby. I was just a baby. Um, I don't know about my favorite, but my go-to always works with both Prada Oceans together, EDT and EDP. I think you have my EDP or EDT. You have one of them. You bought it from me, didn't you? Somebody did. It might have been Newt, but one of you guys did. I had the remember. You guys remember Duck Hunt? I want to get like the old Nintendo system and get Mario and Duck Hunt just so I can play Duck Hunt with the orange gun. I can't believe like kids they actually had a gun controller. Like back in the day, I mean nowadays people they're like control guns. They would never give kids my age that were like 4 or 5 years old a big ass orange revolver or a big ass orange gun that you're sitting there holding it sideways shooting ducks. Like that was such a cool game. And it was like just an add-on game to the original. Anyway, warm apple pie has never sounded right since I saw American Pie. Oh my God, when he sticks his dick into the pie. Yep. Even though those movies were pretty funny. Um, I had the Power Glove. I had the Power Glove as well. Power Mat, Power Glove. Uh, Newt NES kicked it off. Then Sega Genesis. Well, Atari kicked it off. Atari was the crown jewel with Pong, doot doot doot, and Galaga, right? Randy, the 2025 Virgin Island water has some changes. Supposedly the rum is removed or something. Not sure if it is out yet though. Well, if you find out when it is out, traffic, I haven't heard anything about it, so I have no idea. But if you find out, let me know. My oldest, most unique frags that I own are two of them, and they are sealed in box. One is 1997 version of Nautica Competition. It is in the blue bottle. It was my favorite fragrance and my scent of choice back in middle school. And it was out for 3 years, 96, 97, 98. And I have a 97 bottle, and it's still in its wrapping. And that fragrance is, I mean, it probably is warped by now because it sat in my parents' attic forever and the oils, it was a Nautica, so I mean, it could still be good, but who the hell knows. And then I also have about 7 or 8 milliliters left of Armani Mania from 2003-ish, which to me was probably the best Armani of all time, and then they just removed it. And then they took the bottle style that Armani Mania was, and then they gave Armani Code that bottle style. So thank you for having that fragrance, but they got rid of it. Those were probably my two most oldest unique fragrances that I own. I mean, I wouldn't say super unique, but just to have them in my collection is unique. Speaking of old games, do any of you remember the old war PC game where you picked red Russia and blue your USA and you built up your camp to conquer? Anyone? You mean Risk? I don't remember like USA or Russia. I remember the board game. It was my favorite board game of all time. It was called Risk, where you were like a certain country and you looked to take over the globe. You had to expand your forces and stuff like that. That and Shoots and Ladder. Actually, Life. I would say Life. Blasphemy. Creed has been around since Jesus has been. I want to look that up. I honestly have no idea. How long has Creed fragrances been around? Jesus. Speaking of Jesus. 200 and they came out in 1760. Okay, so they were the ones with the 80-year-old age, dude. Yeah, thank you for that. I had no idea. I don't look that far into brands like that or perfumers. Like that's just not what I do on my channel. But I do get information from people like you that does sink in, and I will remember it next time. So I appreciate it, and I was wrong. But I just didn't think any perfume companies were around that long. That's nuts. Sounds like the board game Stratego. Interesting. Creed has been producing for commercial over 130 years easy. I guess I'm a little far behind. Yeah, I had no idea. Um, Twisted Metal Black was good. Twisted Metal 2 and Black. Yeah, Black was good too. I just remember playing Minion and then Sweet Tooth, and I remember all the cheats. I loved going to Paris and then blowing up the Eiffel Tower and turning it into a bridge. And then you could go into the swimming pool and have a fight. I love that game. Yeah, it was the best Zelda once you got to know how to play it. Before you did, it was the worst Zelda game. Once you played it and actually got through it, and then you played it a second time, that second time, the first time it was probably the worst game you ever played. The second time, it was the best game you ever played. 100%, that's how I felt. Command and Conquer was my channel. What is it? We should turn this into like a 90s board games and gaming systems channel. Seems like a lot of people enjoy that. Scent of the day was Issey Miyake Blue Astral. Nice choice, Mike. Hopefully you're having a good day. PS1 was definitely my favorite. Parappa the Rapper. I remember Parappa the Rapper. That was funny. I guess that's for someone named Stan. Is that lemon meringue pie scent? That one is. There we go. Right there. Chanel's Allure Homme Edition Blanche. It smells like, I wouldn't say lemon meringue pie. It just kind of smells like you start out with a lot of lemon, and then this kind of creamy sandalwood comes in, and a little bit of this kind of like tonka / vanilla mixture. And once it gets to about 5 minutes or so, it meets up and it turns into what feels similar to like a lemon cream pie style fragrance. But yes. Yes, I own the Superleggera. I actually wasn't thrilled with it. A lot of people either hated it or disliked. I wouldn't say hated it. Chanel's, can I even reach it? Yeah. That shows you how much I've worn it since last year. None. I want to spray it on one more time. I haven't sprayed it on since probably September. Yeah, so a lot of people either really enjoyed it, which I found was more on TikTok, or just found it an average Chanel, which is an above average fragrance. And to me, the opening was very nice. It was bright, it's juicy, it's effervescent, nice citrus. And then when it starts to dry, to me, it had a little bit of it didn't know what type of fragrance it wanted to be. And it was two fragrances kind of butting heads, which it still smelled nice. It was just, to me, not my favorite and probably my least favorite of the Allure Homme line. Think Azzaro may put out the least wanted. They've been going downhill for me. I know a lot of people liked the Forever Wanted Elixir. I like the opening a lot. I like the dry down a lot. There was a mid part in there where the leather comes in that it kind of smelled a little funky for me. But yeah, before that, they had like 4 or 5 bad releases in a row. I'm still leaning towards the Most Wanted Parfum, and Wanted by Night as the best ones in the line. Gian only has a #1 crown because he rambles on so much. I can't see that on my end, and I'm so happy I can't. And the thing is that resets every 5 minutes. It does. And it means nothing. At the end of the chat, it means absolutely nothing. Gian just makes a bunch of 1 or 2 word comments. Oh, he does it all the time. Why do you think? I didn't click on that one. I didn't click on that one. I didn't click on that one because I'm reading his. And whenever Gian does say something, and I always mess with Gian. I love you, Gian, but I don't click on a lot of your comments because there's like a lot of 1 or 2 word things that I don't have to actually read. Porthole edges just because the salt and caramel is addictive for me. I kind of agree with you on that. It's hit or miss. I'm back and forth. I like one of them more one day. It's like whatever one I'm wearing that day is the better one. That's my opinion. Hey, you guys actually shut up for a minute while I was doing my list. That's pretty nice. I don't find mango Thai lime very synthetic. Watch your mind. Hey, what are you talking about? I didn't say mango. I said mango Thai lime is one of the three that are not synthetic, Mo. So go back and open your ears. Mango Thai lime is, I said, outside of mango Thai lime, these are the only two fragrances that are tropicals that I've tried that aren't synthetic. Like God of Fire, Icon, Summer Hammer, Mabasu Passion Island, the most synthetic of all of them. Um, the only other, like every one of those is made with synthetic fruitiness. Here it is fire. Nice. Yeah, it is really, really good. Um, Herod is so solid. I mean, you can go on a lot of channels. Um, Herod is gonna be up there for a lot of people. But if you can tell, I like sweetness. I don't like an overpowering sweetness. But if you give me a sweet, but semi like a sweet, well balanced fragrance, I'm gonna pick that any day. I like my fall fragrances, like a sweet and spicy. That's my niche. That's my niche within a niche. Speaking of sweet and spicy, there is a fragrance that I didn't realize that Joe Malone. I don't like Joe Malone that much. I think that their fragrances are very simplistic and most of them don't last. There's one fragrance I just tried out and it's fantastic and it only comes out at the end of September for 2 months and it's called Ginger Biscuit. It smells just like a ginger snap cookie. If you guys want something that is literally smells like the holidays, get that fragrance when it's available. It's not out right now. It's a holiday release only, and it only comes around on the holidays. Brother Randy from the Fragrance Apprentice. What? What are you talking about? I'm really trying to find an afternoon swim with the invisible straw. So if anybody knows, help a dude out. I didn't know that there was a difference. Afternoon swim with a straw and without with an invisible straw. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm not like too well versed on Louis Vuittons though. Um, like I only buy the bottles that I have, and I don't really go out to the store, so I have no idea. A horse run. Anybody who comments to a horse running always puts a horse running just because it's so interesting to say. Those are getting hard to find. A horse running? Yeah, a horse running is getting real hard to find. Usually, whenever you pass them, they're just like standing still. Randy would be Brother Cinnamon. I don't know what the freak you guys are talking about. I'm guessing Fragrance Apprentice did a new video and I just missed it. For some reason, I thought your favorite of all time was Plum Japonais. Well, I told you I wasn't including any discontinued fragrances that have been long discontinued. Plum Japonais is in my top. I mean, this whole list would be different if there was discontinued fragrances included in there. Like long discontinued fragrances, there's so many good ones. Like I said, if I could bring back the Nautica competition, I don't even remember what it smells like. If I could bring back the old candies, oh, you bet your ass I would. Armani Mania, absolutely love that stuff. The old version of Hugo Boss bottled, the original one that lasted like 9 hours, stuff was amazing. Um, there's a lot of fragrances that would make the top five. I just Plum Japonais would easily be on that list. Fragrance Apprentice is, I mean, it's hard to not like his content. He brings humor, brings fragrance knowledge, he brings drama, he brings good video quality, good video editing. He brings himself. I mean, like, it's just everything that he does in his videos. There's something for everybody. And this in the serious quirkiness that he does, where it looks like he's super serious, but you know deep down he really wants to just laugh, but he's trying to act. It's absolutely hilarious. I did buy your ocean. Wave. I'm starting to forget what wave even. I know wavelength. Yeah, that's what it was. Um, Need to get CRT screen with the duck hunt poo poo. Pew pew. Man, I should have known that. I can't believe I said poo poo. um, we were much more sane as kids back then. Most days, yeah. Nowadays, kids seem like they're all kinds of nuts. Like literally, it's. I mean, the thing is my daughter is like super normal. Like everything about her just reminds me. Like she listens to Journey and AC/DC. She sits around and eats Doritos, watching Dexter with me, and like older Sons of Anarchy, Game of Thrones. She goes outside, kicking a soccer ball, planting some stuff in the garden. She's not on YouTube going, like all the other turds out there, like all cap no facts. Like I just don't understand those kids. I think that's more just online kids. I've heard about the legends of Armani Mania. It's a goated Woody Orange, right? I fucking forget. I have no idea. I just remember I loved it. I had it for like 6 years. Loved the stuff. I don't remember. Honestly, I have no idea. I just remember it was great. And it was fruity of some sort. It might have been the orange. I don't know. The history of Creed is a blasphemous lie. Read the book. The ghost perfume to learn about all the lies. Am I reading this wrong? The history of Creed is a blasphemous. Okay, yeah, I'm not reading it wrong. Lie, read the book. The ghost perfume to learn about. Are you guys reading this? All of the lies that Creed likes to sell their customers. So that last part of it makes sense, Sonder. Sonder, are you reading that? I was trying my best to help you out. I couldn't, even though you tried to fix it with the ghost perfumer. The rest of it doesn't make sense. Okay. Once we get to the bottom here, this has been a pretty good live, guys. We've been sitting around. We have an average of 51. Remember to hit that like, whether you're on your way in or on your way out. And I blessed you guys with a non-ad live stream. I decided, I was like, I don't want any of these guys to have any ads coming in here, or girls. And so I turned the ads off for this live. So you're welcome. You guys would have probably saw about 40 ads. That's just how many they do for live streams for some reason. Don't worry, Randy. I ignored Gianna. Gion's abusing this. Sometimes, Gian, you know it. You just say random stuff for no reason, just because. It's like you're one of those people. There's no dull silence with Gian. Everybody hates. I love Gian. I mean, Gion's been supporting the channel for 2 years, so I can't really say anything bad about Gian outside of the fact that it's Gian. Sorry, Gian. Gian is Draymond Green of his fragrance community. Glad we have him on our side. Yep. You'll make me choke. Off topic, just broke my Initio addictive vibration. Fell off the shelf. How many have you broke since collecting? And I did it on video. I've dropped more than I can even count. But I dropped my Spice Bomb Infrared. I was short, and I was doing my top 3 fragrances I'm going to wear that week. And I took the pin out of the Spice Bomb Infrared, and I was going to drop it on my bed. And like, you couldn't see the bed in the picture frame, but I dropped it. It hit off the bed. I underestimated the bounciness of the bed, and it bounced off the bed, and then there's only one hard part below the bed, and we have these little things that allow the bed to slide if you need to move it, and it landed right on that. It exploded. Spice Bomb Infrared in my room. I still have the bottle. I use it, and when I need to decant or whatever. Every crew needs a Gian. Yep. The fake LVs have visible straws, unless I'm mistaken. I don't know. The only LVs, I mean, you're stupid if you're going to buy an LV online. Honestly, I mean, unless you're going to buy it from LV's website, I don't know how you actually get a fake LV unless you're buying on eBay. Maybe, but if I'm buying an LV, I'm buying it for the price that they, and I'm going to get it from LV. It's just, that's the one brand that you have to pay full price for. It's just, if you don't, then you're running a huge risk, because anyone that's going to sell an LV, because you can return a Louis Vuitton. They actually say it in their thing, you can return the fragrance within 7 days. And so people would rather return it, but unless you're getting like an 85% full or something like that, maybe. But for me, I just wouldn't do that for a Louis. What are the best signature fragrances in your opinion right now? A video with an updated list would be interesting. I actually just did a signature fragrance thing, but I will do a top 10 list for you, Gabriel. That's a good list. As far as signature fragrances, the Parfums de Marly Castley is a great one. Versatility, Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme is still holding the test of time after over 15 years in the community. I would say it's an easy pick to say the YSL Y line, the Le Parfum or whatnot. My favorite signature scent would be Dior Homme Sport 2021. And when we say signature, we mean all year round, can be worn in any situation. But when it comes to signature scent, you can also have another definition of that. And what is your signature scent? What do people know you to smell like? And so in that case, would it be your favorite fragrance? Because for me, I don't care if Angel Share is my favorite fragrance and it's hot outside, I'd still wear it because people know that I smell like Angel Share. That's one that I wear more often than anything. So in that case, that would be a signature. But in your definition, all season, anytime, the number one, like brand new ones would be Castley. That would be a really easy pick. Again, Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, Dior Homme Sport 2021 is a great one. Yeah. An easy one would be like the original Prada L'Homme, or I'm just trying to see if I can think of anything else. Yeah, the new Versace Pour Homme Extreme, that one's a really nice signature scent too. That one grew on me a lot, and even though I traded it for French Defense, I got about 6 wears out of it, and that stuff, it smells really nice. While it does remind you of other things, of all of those other things, I prefer the Extreme. So Versace Mano Fresh Extreme, if you can get your hands on that, I would try that too. Armani Attitude was very good. Yes, that one was very good as well. The real LVs also have visible straws. Now they stopped doing it last year. I had no idea. For those who came after, where's the top 5? I stopped the top 5 about, I'd say, 10 to 15 minutes ago. So it's somewhere in the middle. Wherever we were at, I would say go back about 15 minutes and you'd find that. My favorite discontinued frag is Bulgari Aqua. You'll see if you rewind, you'll see me holding bottles up. I wasn't just talking about it, I was actually holding bottles in my hand. So you can see that while you're rewinding. My favorite discontinued fragrance is Bulgari Aqua Atlantique. That's a good one too, and a good signature scent. This one is kind of like, almost like a fresher version of Versace Dylan Blue with that Bulgari Aqua DNA. I actually wasn't a huge fan of the rest of the ones in the line, even Amara. Amara, Marine, the original Aqua, I wasn't a huge fan of them, but this one I do very much enjoy. I hate the bottles though. I think they should have had a stand, because you're just sitting them down, they just sit flat. They don't go in a collection very well. I have that on my bottom shelf too. It's just because it doesn't look good in the rest of the collection. A horse running. Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Divine Vanilla by Essential Parfums is extremely similar to Herod and a great price. Same perfumer. I'll have to try that, Anthony. I've heard that one was very good. But let's see. Divine Vanilla Essential Parfums. Let's see what they talk about it. Parfumo. Vanilla, warm, spicy, amber, cinnamon, balsamic, aromatic, sweet. It has a 4 out of 5. And the notes are cinnamon, black pepper, clary sage, incense, osmanthus, pomerose, Madagascar vanilla, tonka, benzoin, cedar, patchouli, and musk. The thing is that it does say that Herod is their #1 most compared. It also says Angel Share and a couple other ones. I actually don't get a ton of vanilla from Herod, so I'll be interested to try that this fall, because in Herod I get more honey, cinnamon, tobacco, and that one doesn't even look like it has tobacco. So that's very interesting. Bless YouTube Premium. Yeah, you don't get the ads anyway. So, well, anyway, everybody who doesn't have YouTube Premium, you get free ads today. No ads today, I should say. I don't do you. You would think me as a YouTube reviewer that I would have YouTube Premium. I don't. I don't. Sorry, Randy. Voice to text. I'm watching while working out. Hey, no problem. I do that all the time. Dude goes all in like Hurt Locker with his spice bombs. Hurt Locker is so good. If you guys haven't seen that movie is so good. It's one of the best movies that came out in the early, like mid 2000s. Basically, read the book, The Ghost Perfumer. Creed lies about the history of the company and lies about who creates their fragrances, I'm guessing. See, that time I was able to interchange. I will actually have to read that. Maybe not. I don't. I'm reading Harry Potter right now. Well, I listen. I don't like to read. I like to listen. I'm an audiobook person. And the worst thing is picking up a bottle by the cap and then dropping it on other bottles. Yeah. I've done that all the time. I've done that all the time. And so I usually don't pick it up by the cap, and a lot of them I know that I can pick it up from the cap. Like this heavy ass bottle, you don't think you'd be able to, but it's such a good cap, such a good bottle that you don't need to. Bois Imperial has more vanilla than Divine Vanilla. Oh, it says it's vanilla heavy, so that's interesting. I'm gonna try it. I'll try it off your recommendation, so I appreciate it. I only got YouTube Premium because I play it in my car. Gotcha. We have the Sirius XM in my car, even though I just got my new car, so I'm still getting used to all that stuff. It turns out I can order Panera and I can order Starbucks from my car. It's pretty interesting. Even though I could do that before from my phone, I guess. It's just like my car can do it for me. All I have to do is press this thing and say, order Starbucks, and then it'll say, like, what do you want to order? That's pretty neat. All right, we are at the bottom. So if anybody else has anything to ask in the next 2 to 3 minutes, if not, we are going to end the stream in just a minute. Randy, does Limonada have prominent passion fruit note like Porthole? No. It has passion fruit underneath it, but for the most part, while the fruitiness is there, it's mostly mango. The passion fruit does sit underneath it, but this one is a much more noticeable mango note than passion fruit. But with that said, if you don't like Porthole, don't buy this. Don't just go out and buy this. But if you do like Porthole, you should definitely try this one out. I got a Subaru Crosstrek 2025. It is a limited edition Forester trim with it's all black with a gold trim, and then the seats on the inside are black and gold as well. I live in Pittsburgh, black and gold, it all works out. It also has the 18-inch LED screen on the inside, as well as 2 portable charging stations. So pretty nice SUV. And what's funny is that on my way to go trade in my car to buy that car, somebody hit me. Like, I had the worst luck for like a month. I mean, what's the chances of somebody hitting you on your way to trade in the car? Yeah, it's called a Subaru Crosstrek. You can order it on there. It has, um, it's a new version that is for the Subarus only of Apple CarPlay. What's going on, Novice Nose? Just getting off work as so late as usual. Sending, hey, at least you showed up. Sending the day was a Nash turned 31. Changing it up for, I'd never heard of that before. Changing it up tonight when I get to the house. Nice. Yeah, I just changed that up. Randy's a baller. Nah, just a guy that plays N64 and orders Starbucks from his car. But I appreciate you. I would live. Oh, I already read that one. I really have to get my hands on Limonata. I think that's probably the 400th, maybe 403rd time that you said that, Novice. I think you just need to get a decant. Hiya, Novice. That's probably how you were saying it, huh, Bo? Hiya, Novice. Lateness is greatness. What's up, Newt? He says, "What's up, Newt?" And not Mo. Oh, there we go. I was like, please don't say hi to Mo. I'm also rereading Harry Potter for the first time in over a decade. For me, it's like the first time in like 3 months. I always listen to Harry Potter. I'm on end of book 2. You mentioned Dexter. Have you watched the 3 new episodes? I am watching Dexter with my daughter until we get to Resurrection. I want Resurrection to be done by the time we get there. And then right after that's done, Stranger Things should be out. So give it a couple months. New Stranger Things. I'm freaking pumped. And I want to go see the new Fantastic Four movie, mostly because I want to see Galactus and see what he actually looks like in a movie that's not in 2000s. Because in the early 2000s, they had Galactus and he was just like one big cloud. And so I'm interested to see what he looks like a real Galactus. The Hurt Locker is one of the best movies, period. I think it was director's first feature film. It's such a simplistic movie, and it's so freaking good. I used to love those type of movies. Hurt Locker, Jarhead, just pretty much any kind of war movie that literally just focused on those people. That's why I think one of my favorite shows is Band of Brothers. I just like those war type shows. My brain is still in game mode. I thought we were talking about Portal. You remember those Spyro the Dragon, where you had the little portal and you put the characters on that you got at the store, and then they went into the game? I can't remember, like Adventure Amex or something like that. I don't even remember my Facebook login. Somebody find me that invisible straw. A horse running, you need a straw, man. I have no idea how to help you. The Limonada decant has been in my cart forever. Been waiting to bring something in with it, and then change my mind. Indecisive. I'm just telling you, just get it. I need to start Stranger Things. I'm not telling you again, Mo. I've told you probably 4 times in the last 2 years that you need to watch Stranger Things. You just don't listen to me. Anyway, it looks like that is the end. We are going to end with Mo. We ended at 30 people. Remember to hit that like on the way out. This was a nice live. I actually enjoyed talking. Didn't have any awkwardness or any kind of trolls coming through. We got some new people coming in. I appreciate everybody new. Make sure if you're not, you hit the subscribe. I got some videos coming out very inconsistently this next week again. And then I'll probably be back on my four video a week schedule next week because I'm going to be back to 40 hours. So I appreciate all you guys. Make sure you have a blessed week. Make sure you're wearing some great fragrances. Check out my videos, and I'll be back with another one. Peace. Bye, Mo.